How far along are you?
5 minutes.
She's consuming alcohol while she's while pregnant.
How?
You're 5 months pregnant. You have positive alcohol usage on August 3rd.
No.
Am I reading Mandarin? I mean,
That's
right?
according to the device.
The device says that you're drinking.
That was hand sanitizer at my job, which I emailed my probation officer that day. It's not alcohol. That's why they took me out the register and put me on the floor to where I won't be around anything that consume alcohol, which is the hand sanitizer at my job. And I let my probation officer know.
Sanitizer dissipates in a matter of a second. Once you put it on and you're done like this, it dissipates in a matter of seconds.
But they write down all the registers and stuff. I have not consumed any alcohol at all.
That's not what this report says. Not only does this report say that you're consuming alcohol, you have excessive skips while you're on probation as well. Your
Honor,
hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, so April 4th, skip test. April 16th, skip test. April 18th, skip test. April 24th, skip test. April 25th, skip test. April 29th, May 2nd, May 15th, May 19th, May 22nd, June 2nd, June 4th, June 8th, June 9th, June 13th, June 16th, June 23rd, June 25th, June 26th, June 30th, July 2nd, 5th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 16th, 18th, and it goes on and it goes on as the day is long.
I was here on the 11th. I seen you on the 11th. We had court. And I said, I work at the register, and I explained to my manager that I had to step away from the register to blow into my device. So as soon as they understood that I'm on a case to where I had to step away from the register, then they had allowed to me, because I have 3 hours of window to blow into my device. So I had got that handled, which I told my probation officer as well. So I allowed my manager to understand to where I could keep my job, to where she can move me to a different department, to where I won't keep leaving from the register to go blow into my device, so I will not be late.
Not only are you allegedly skipping, not only are you allegedly consuming alcohol, but you also have a prior DWI, felony DWI with a child from a year and a half ago.
Drug test, and I passed all my drug tests, so I'm just impossible, because I have, and you can go to, and they took my blood test and my doctors as well too. So I have not consumed any alcohol during my pregnancy or before my pregnancy. And when I stood before you on July 11th, I have not took any alcohol at all. That's the honest truth. And I saw you on the July 11th. And then after that, when I had found out I was pregnant, they took my blood and everything. I have not consumed any liquid of alcohol down my throat.
We have clinicians that evaluate you to determine what the best course of action going forward on this probation is. They've deemed, after doing all their research, that the best way moving forward is to put you into a residential treatment program. I like to follow the advice of the clinicians because they know what they're talking about. Not only, are they saying this, but you're also providing us with evidence as to why it's a good idea. You're saying you're not consuming, but I have concrete evidence that you are, and I have dozens of skip tests when you're not supposed to be skipping.
What
I know.
They said I consume alcohol, because that's the day that I emailed my lawyer that day, and I was at work.
It's not a negotiation. That's what they're recommending, and I think that it's a good idea.
So that means I go 45 days, I lose my job, I lose my apartment, I lose my kids, might end up having a miscarriage because I'm in there for 45 days for something that I did not do. That's the reason why I'm back, because I have not.
So just the only other thing I could offer is maybe Santa Maria. Have the clinicians considered that? Did they know she was pregnant?
The recommendation was a community residential program followed by self-support.
They didn't recommend Santa Maria. Did they know she was pregnant?
What's the difference of Santa Maria
It's
versus?
an outpatient drug residential facility treatment center for pregnant females. It's only pregnant females. She can get a bed there reserved for her, but they have to accept her into the program. It's common in felony with pregnant women, but I don't know what it's like here in misdemeanor if they even offer the Santa Maria Hospital. But it's supposed to help pregnant women.
Are you married?
Yeah.
Who's taking care of the other kids?
Me,
You don't have any other person in your life?
boyfriend, but I mean,
Okay, so, so you currently live with your boyfriend?
Mhm.
So he's got, possession of the apartment, I would imagine as well. So you're not going to lose your apartment,
home is in my name, not his.
okay? I mean, as long as the rent is being paid, but my concern is that you're not consuming alcohol, especially while pregnant, because if you do, you're ensuring a lifelong potential problem with that child. I have evidence here that you're consuming alcohol. I have evidence here that you're refusing to blow into the machine like you're supposed to. And that's why we do these
But
recommendations.
I'm so
I
sorry.
know that you don't like it, but I'm
No,
sorry.
because I can't just stand here and just, I can understand the skill part, but the actually drinking alcohol, I can't stand here. And that's on everything I love. I have not consumed any alcohol since you put me on probation. Since we had this last conversation, I have not put a
Have
risk.
evidentiary proof to the otherwise.
Germ must have alcohol in there. So it's like y'all saying that I actually took a cup. I actually put it to my mouth and I actually drunk the alcohol while I'm pregnant. I can't stand here and let that go by and feel like that's okay. Because I knew I have not. And I emailed my probation officer when it happened, when it violated on my device. I'm just national guy. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get him to understand.
I understand that you're upset.
I literally emailed her when the device was violated. When it said violation. I was at work on lunch trying to catch it before 8 o'clock. And that's when it said violation. So I'm trying to figure out, we have hand sanitizer everywhere on the registers. So that's where it came from. It have not come from no alcohol.
It's not hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer doesn't go into the actual tube that you blow into. I mean,
Your
I'm
Honor.
sorry if you,
Your Honor, would you consider if she meets the requirements for this Santa Maria
of
outpatient,
course.
would you be?
Oh, outpatient?
Yes, Your Honor. In light of the fact, like,
She's been on probation. We've given her the opportunity to do it on her own. And you're not doing it. So that's why we have this now as the alternative. And I always tell everybody, look, I will give you the opportunity to try it yourself. If you're unable to do it, then we're going to do it my way. And I know that you're not going to like it, but that's the reality. The reality is that we don't want you to consume alcohol, especially while you're pregnant. And I've got evidence to the otherwise. And so the only way is to do it our way. I know you don't like it and I'm sorry, but that's the reality.
Your Honor, if I may, can I have the date that you say that she tested positive for?
Here, I'll give everything to you. If you want more time to take a look at it, just you guys hang tight, go take a look, and we can come back up here and talk. Don't leave. Otherwise, I'm going to issue a warrant.
Yes, sir.
That line right there, that's courtroom reality hitting hard. Judges don't just look at charges, they look at support systems. No bond money, no stable housing, repeat arrests. That tells the court one thing: releasing you may just restart the cycle. This isn't anger, it's consequence. Drop a comment. Should judges give more chances, or is this tough love necessary?
Last name again, James?
Richardson, Judge. Take a step.
Mr. Richardson? How's jail? Wonderful.
Missing bills, I'm missing life, I'm missing everything, missing my job, work opportunities.
And one of the things, Mr. Richardson, you need to consider that when you're out there in the free world, when you're picking up cases, one of the first things that you should think about, even before you do anything, if I get picked up, if I go to jail, do I have anyone that's going to bond me out? because when you don't, you wear orange for a very long time. You were on bond for 2 serious assault cases, and now you picked up a 3rd case. This is what happens. Your lawyer's asking me to give you another PR bond. No. It scares me. What are you going to do if we let you out?
I'm working with law enforcement to figure out exactly where the.
Don't talk about the facts of the case.
I have no interest in talking about the facts of the case. My concern is if we let you out, are you up to no good? That's my concern.
No.
We gave you the opportunity, and now here we are again. So
I'll be doing good. I'll be doing good. They let me out, I'll be doing good. And
Judge, he has a job lined up with the Port of Houston. He just wants to start working.
having your life now, Mr. Richardson.
my grandma, my sister,
Your daughter?
my daughter.
Where's mom and dad?
My mom's in Dallas and my dad lives in Richmond.
Do you have no interest in getting in contact with either of them?
Yes, I do. But I work. I have paying jobs, good paying jobs. And I don't think my dad has a job. Or he is a
Say up.
cop, something like that.
I don't know where he would go if we let him out, but I'm not letting you out on the street. So we need to figure out where you're going to go. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be very hard pressed to just give you another PR bond.
He would say he would live with his grandmother.
Where were you living before?
I was living with her, but I spent time at my friend's house.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. I'm not doing this now. It's not gonna happen. We need to figure out a place that you can go to, that you've got a permanent home to go to, whether it's going to be grandma, mom, or dad. But friend's house, it's not going to work. And then I'm going to tell you, if I do let you out, you're going to have a whole host of monitors so I know where you are at all times. You've now picked up your third case. I'm going to do everything I can to prevent you from picking up a fourth. Do you understand, Mr. Richardson?
Sure.
Okay, so, start talking around with family members, see who's going to, who's
Going
able
to
to take.
reduce his bonds at all, Judge?
Of course.
Can we reduce them to 2,500 each at least? I don't know if he'll be able to make that. So it'll be 25. Okay, thank you,
But
Judge.
I'm going to tell you now,
On the
I'm
two
not letting
assaults.
you out on the street to just roam it, because nothing good happens on the street in the middle of the night and you just roaming it. So if you want to get out, you got to find a good place to stay. Grandma, mom, dad, somewhere where it's reliable, that you got a bed, and not just a friend. Do you understand, Mr. Richardson?
I would say a friend, but it was more of a partnership, business partnership. But they didn't hold up on their end at all. So you can, when my grandma could give me a PR bomb where I work.
I'll let you guys figure it out. I got to handle a bunch of stuff.
Thank you,
Let me
Judge.
know.
Judge, we have an arrangement.
Let me talk to Carl first. Good morning, Miss Lathan. Thank you, Mom, for coming. Appreciate it. Miss Lathan, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Judge, the complainant reported being assaulted by the defendant, who is the complainant's daughter-in-law, at the defendant's residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated she was at the residence with the defendant for the complainant's son's birthday. The complainant advised she engaged in a verbal altercation with the defendant about the child not saying goodbye. The defendant got into the victim's face and the defendant lunged at the complainant as if the defendant was going to strike her. The complainant stated her son and husband attempted to separate the defendant and the complainant, but the defendant was able to kick the complainant's right breast causing a high level of pain due to recent breast cancer surgery. The complainant stated the defendant yelled, quote, "I will fuck you up," as she was pulled away. The defendant stated they had a get-together for the defendant's husband. The complainant became upset during that conversation, and the complainant was slamming doors, yelling and getting in the complainant's face, but did not kick the complainant as she was 9 months pregnant. The defendant was identified with a Texas driver's license.
I make a statement, Judge. And so this case was it 6 months later that it was filed? They never spoke to any of the witness. Janitha was present at that time. Terrell, who's a bailiff upstairs, was present at that time, which is Jillian's husband. He didn't want to go through the whole IED deal and give a statement just yet. But I did provide a witness statement from Janitha where she was there. She was 9 months pregnant at the time, Judge. She had her baby a week later. Her mother-in-law did have breast surgery, cancer surgery before on her breast, but she couldn't lift her leg up 3 inches, much less high enough to kick her in the breast. The police officer had none of the information with regards to Janitha being present. Janitha was there. There was the mother and the Terrell and the father holding the two back, I guess, from each other like this. It was split up, and then that was it. 6 months later, charges were filed against Miss Lathan, and that's it. Officers never spoke with anyone, didn't get the other side of the statement. Janitha did provide a witness statement. The court can ask Janitha. We're open to the court asking the questions to Ms. Kimbrough. She didn't witness anything after it was split up. They went home, I guess, Janitha, and then that was it. There was no physical contact, anything of that nature. Nothing.
Give a response, Mike.
Judge, I haven't read the offense report thus far. I know that this is what the victim has reported. I don't know who the investigator spoke to, but I know this was a delayed report. That's why the 2B warrant was filed.
There was no documented injuries, Judge, no photographs, no nothing. They just on their own volition.
Remember, this is just mere probable cause, right? So, and the fact that, she's pregnant is unable to, I don't know that, right? So all this is a probable cause. It doesn't mean that you're guilty, right? Just it's a mere probable cause. There's still a lot before someone can be found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, that's a lot higher standard than what we're just doing today. I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward. What's the dynamic now? I guess it's 6 months down the road.
I mean, they all
do they want to have contact?
Do you still have contact with your mother-in-law?
So on Marilyn, is there still contact between you guys?
On and off, not too much.
Okay, so the only thing I'm going to ask is just don't have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. That's all I'm going to ask you to do at this point, okay? I'm not going to put any other conditions in your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. You got a great lawyer. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. Mr. Kamek will tell you when you have to come back to court, and that's all there is to it. Just be nice. Don't pick up any new cases, You guys have any questions?
That's it.
So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have just Michael create the bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you guys are free to go. Just do your thing and just have fun.
Judge, did you set a bond amount?
Oh, Mr. Torres, you're charged with assault of a family member. You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On October 15, 2024, officers dispatched to a welfare check at a residence in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with the complainant, who was observed to have a fresh, large bump to the back of her head. The complainant was observed to be very scared to speak to law enforcement at the time of their arrival, while the defendant was in the area. The complainant insisted that she wanted to leave the house and get out. The officers made contact with the defendant, who stated that him and the complainant had been dating for about 1 month and had recently had a couple verbal arguments. The defendant stated that he was outside and heard screams coming from inside, and when he came inside, he found the complainant on the floor in the living room and that she had fell from the stepping stool that was in the living room. The defendant stated that the argument never got physical between them, and the officer contacted the witness, who called in the welfare check and stated that he received a message from the complainant of a picture of a firearm. The witness stated that the complainant began sending him audio through WhatsApp, and on the audio, you can hear the complainant say, "Jose, run. He is going over there with a firearm. Run now." The second audio that was sent from the witness, you could hear the complainant telling him, "I was able to take the firearm away from him, but he had a knife. Run." The witness stated he called the complainant and was able to hear a disturbance between the complainant and a male. The complainant tells the witness, "I don't want to die," and the witness then overhears a male yell, "If you call the police, it will get worse." And then that's when the witness heard them arguing, and he can tell the defendant's mouth was then covered and can no longer talk. And then the complainant stated the defendant was upset that her ex-boyfriend was trying to pick her up, so the defendant placed a firearm inside his waist and said he was going to look for her ex-boyfriend, and he left the house. The complainant stated the defendant returned a short period later and continued to argue with her about leaving the house. And when the complainant was exiting the master bedroom and going towards the living room to leave, the defendant pushed her back, causing the complainant to fall to the ground and hitting her head with the floor. The complainant stated she lost consciousness after she fell, but when she woke back up, she was already laying on the bed when the defendant was there pleading that he was sorry and he didn't mean to hurt her. The complainant stated she did feel pain. And that's it, Your Honor.
So it is the pushing and falling on the floor and getting hurt that way. Okay. Mr. Torres, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? You don't understand?
No, not one time.
He said, no, he's not gonna have contact.
Okay. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons. No guns. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have a weapon, if I find that you try to have contact with this person, I'm going to put you in jail and you will not get any more PR bonds. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
You are? I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Yolis Hernandez as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? If you violate this court order, the state can and will file an additional charge against you, violation of a protective order, and then it's really bad. Do you understand? If you ever have any questions, Mark can help you and guide you through this. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Metzen. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So don't pick up any new cases, no contact and no weapons. That's it. Do you have any questions? Okay.
This is where the judge locks in. Once clinicians recommend residential treatment, the court almost always defers to them, especially with pregnancy involved. At this point, it's no longer about punishment, it's about risk management. The judge isn't asking if she likes the decision, he's deciding who carries liability if something goes wrong. Is this protection or overreach?
As far as the bond is concerned, we need to take care of that.
Yes.
Do you have any prior criminal history that you guys see? Alex?
I can run his NCIC.
In Texas, no, Your Honor. I don't know. Outside, I doubt anything outside.
Your Honor, I don't see any other criminal history.
Okay. Mr. Torres, I'll set your bond at $500 and I will give you a PR bond today. Okay, but I will not give you another PR bond. If you pick up a new case or violate these conditions, I'm going to take that PR bond in a moment's notice. You understand? Okay, my friend. So take a seat. We'll have you sign all the documents, but don't leave until we let you go. Okay? All right. Okay. You want to do the other gentleman?
Yeah, let's do that.
Is this
Mr. McDonald, Jonathan McDonald.
all right. So Mr. McDonald, your lawyer wants me to set you a bond. I don't know anything about you. I've never met you before. I know you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but my main concern are two things. Are you a danger to the community? Number one, if you're not, and my other one is, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction you're wanted from? My other main concern is what you're wanted for, because I don't know. So Amy, tell us about Mr. McDonald.
Yes, Judge Fleischer. So he's wanted from Faulkner County, Arkansas for a theft by receiving 1,000 to 5,000. It's a felony. You looked at his criminal history and would be opposed to a bond at this time. He had concerns about the danger of the community. In particular, he had in 2024 an arrest that resulted in 7 open charges.
So he had 7 open charges did you say last year?
This year, 2024.
Oh,
Yeah. Felony possession of a firearm by certain persons, driving license suspended, failure to pay license fee, theft by receiving, which is separate from this one. And then a fake license plate, possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He's also had in 2021 forgery dismiss, felony property dismiss, felony domestic battery 18. He's had a federal firearm charge from 98, federal assault on a postal employee from 99 that ended in probation. And he's had 2 guilty convictions for theft of property and burglary of 88. So at the time, we should be asking for no bond for those reasons.
is he on probation or parole right now? Do you know?
Not that I know of. Dave's gonna come up in a second to tell you for sure, but I don't see that he's on it now.
What's your position?
Judge, we're asking for a bond because it looks like the Faulkner County, Arkansas case is theft by receiving. It's not violent. Additionally, it was a warrant, so there's no failure to appear or any issues like that.
His 8th charge this year, right?
I wasn't aware of that.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, she asked me about being arrested.
Let's not talk about the case.
Okay.
I want to talk about my case. My only
Okay.
concern is, I mean, you've got 8 cases this year.
8 cases this year.
May I, to the judge? Okay, Judge. I flew into Arkansas. My mom was dying.
Whoa, let's not talk about
Well,
that.
I have to give him some background so you can see what happened. I borrowed my ex's vehicle.
No, let's not just talk about that. Let's just not talk about that.
Okay, well, let me get to it. That's been just, I don't know why that ain't showing up. That's been dismissed. The only thing I've been charged with, the only thing I've agreed to is paraphernalia and her vehicle, not mine, her vehicle. But she's saying, everything.
Is it dismissed? Or out of the 7 charges, what happened?
I'm saying that they're arrested.
It was
Dave
dismissed.
said that they're open charges.
It was dismissed.
Still open.
That's what Dave said. But I am saying that he was arrested for them.
They're all still open.
The prosecutor dismissed all that gun stuff and all that. My lawyer just contacted me last week. The date where everything was supposed to have been done, they changed it to January 25th. I'm pleading out to the insurance and stuff on the vehicle. It wasn't my vehicle, but I'm pleading out to because I was driving it. And paraphernalia.
Okay, so in
That's
January
it.
you'll be pleading.
To paraphernalia. Yeah,
So
misdemeanor.
all 7 cases are still.
Everything gone. Only thing is,
My concern is that when you have all those open cases, it makes you more of a flight risk.
I've never fled from anything. In fact, Your Honor,
But you're here.
listen, I didn't flee. I never
I
had.
think it was, they filed a new case.
They
He's saying
filed, I
that
was
it
going.
wasn't, he did not flee. It was a warrant.
Is it 2B?
Yes, that's what my client stated.
But what I will tell you, Your Honor, the conviction she meant in 1999, granted, yes, I did go into federal custody. The judge gave me a self-surrender. They sent me a letter saying, be here at this time and this date. I was there. I got there June 14th, 2 o'clock,
You don't mess
1999.
with the feds.
I didn't come out till 2004. But what I'm trying to tell you is I got sent a letter to come to prison knowing I wouldn't get out for 5 years. I was there. I've never ran from anything. I'm not dangerous. I've never not answered anything. Nothing. You will never find that. I've never escaped anything. In fact, if I just be honest with you, Your Honor, I don't even really know if you give me a bond, make it. So I'm like, I told her, you know what? I just do the 14 days
So
or
you don't
whatever.
want a bond?
Well, I want one, but at the same time,
Okay, let's
if it's going to be a
Can I
big
just
bond.
speak for him? Thank you so
I'm
much. I
sorry.
appreciate that. Mr. McDonald also has a couple other background facts that I wanted to make you aware of, Judge. Number one, he does have health issues when he was arrested October 26th, 2 days ago. They took him to Ben Taub. He has a prior heart attack and stents. He says he did get his insulin shot, but he's got some diabetes and high blood pressure issues. So that's just another aspect to consider.
You know, Mr. McDonald, you got to understand this life is so precious. And when you have multiple heart attacks and you're using that kind of dope, you're begging. Oh, if you're using any kind of dope,
I've never used drugs.
if you do, you're begging for trouble. So I'm just saying, be careful when you're out there, especially if you have all those health issues. If I were to set you a bond, it would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of around 5,000 to 10,000. So that's what it would normally be with these types of fugitive cases, just so you know.
Okay, Judge, I think we'll keep our waiver.
Okay. Hi, Jay.
Days right now.
Happy Monday, man.
Monday, how are you?
Tell me about, this is Mr. Tapia?
Tapia, Johnny.
So just with the, at very little notice, but he's wanted out of New Mexico for 2 counts of aggravated battery of a household member by impeding, interfering communication, and tampering with evidence due to the severity of the charges and the amount of charges is that we would be opposed to a bond. I was also seeing that he was part of a protective order back in October of this year, and it's still current. It's the temporary protective order that's still active for another month. With the, I'm presuming the one for the impeding as a protected party.
So he has 2 open aggravated assault cases by strangulation?
Strangulation or suffocation, interference with communications, battery on a household member, tampering with evidence, with, it says in parentheses, so I'm not really sure how it's, but it says in this verbatim, highest crime, a capital first or second degree felony. And they want no bond in New Mexico.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a little bit too much baggage for me, Mr. Tapia. You know, I just, with all those charges, it makes you just too much of a flight risk for me. And it's just too much. It's just too dangerous. I'm sorry.
Even if I were to buy a plane ticket the next day, Your Honor?
Can't take a plane. You've got a warrant for your arrest. You get on a plane, they're going to arrest you the minute you try to get on. You can't take a plane. You got to find another way. My concern is that if we let you out, you're not going to go back. You'll take flight. And that's the main concern. Has he waived yet?
Not yet, Judge.
So the way it works now is if you waive extradition, we give that jurisdiction 14 days to come get you. And if they fail to come get you within that time, then we release you, or Harris County releases you.
So on the 15th day, I would be released.
Again, we talked about that, but again, the law says up to 30 days. Most likely it's 14 days, but except for extenuating circumstances, which we discussed.
Well, it says 30, but we have so many people in Harris County and so many people in jail. As a courtesy, we do 14 days, right? Sometimes, every so often, they'll ask for an extension. I may grant it, I may not. It depends on how much they want, you know. But typically, by and large, it's 14 days. And if they don't come within that time, they file a dismissal and they release you. But you got to understand, even if that happens, the warrant is always there and it will always remain there until you go back and take care of it.
Yes, sir. That's what I want to do is just take care of it. So,
well, we'll get you there for free here soon.
And is it up to you guys or is it up to Albuquerque to?
It's up to them to actually come and get you. So we reach out to them and let them know, hey, we've got Mr. Tapia here. Can you come get him? And then depending on how many people, like, is it Albert? You said Albuquerque?
It's New Mexico. It's Albuquerque.
From New Mexico, you know, they may want to try to get everybody at the same time. So that's why they try to arrange it all at one time. They don't want to come back and forth because it's thousands of dollars that they're spending just to come get you. You know, it's expensive. It's not cheap. And I'll tell you this too, guys, you know, when you pick up multiple fugitive cases, depending on where jurisdiction you're from, they may try to recover that money from you. So you got to be careful. You don't keep picking these cases up because they're going to charge you.
I didn't even know I had a warrant out. That's so.
Well, be careful. You know.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, did you want to waive formal extradition?
I believe that's what I said, right? I waived it.
The 14 days?
Yes, the 14 days.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, guys. We wish you the best of luck. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, gentlemen, y'all can go right back through that door again for me. I'll be grabbing this.
Madam, put cases down on the docket, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Sanchez Vasquez. Mr. Sanchez Vasquez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 100 days in jail. Credit for the 50 days that you've done. Is there an accident in this case, Matt?
I think,
Alex?
no. Your Honor, let me pull up the case.
I think he was just found in the driver's seat.
There's no accident, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Wonderful. I want to make a couple things clear to you that from now on, you are not my problem. This is now a second DWI. When you pick up a third DWI, now they will charge you with a felony offense. Instead of days, you are now facing years. And you'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison for the rest of your life. If you were ever pulled over in a car, even the most remote smell of alcohol, you could be in prison for a very long time. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you even have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you were taking a humongous risk. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Now, is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Yes.
Is it true or untrue that you had a prior DWI with us?
Yes, sir.
Is it also true that you had an open container in the car?
Yes, sir.
True to all the enhancements. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 180 days.
100.
What did I say?
180.
Oh, sorry, 100 days in jail, 50 days credit, true to all enhancements. I'm going to suspend your license for 2 years. Is there an immigration detainer on this gentleman?
Yes, sir.
You now will be shipped off to immigration. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you come back to this country, do it the right way. Ask for permission first, because if you get busted by the feds, you could be looking at serious time in federal prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks.
This is Mr. Ray, Your Honor.
Morning, Judge.
Hi, Carl. How are you? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. He has 2 other cases that are being dismissed as a condition of the plea. He has 2 other cases that are being dismissed.
So he's on deferred for an assault of a family member. As part of the agreement, they dismiss another assault. Now he's picked up another 2 cases. He picked up an interference.
The other assault was already dismissed prior to today.
Say it again?
The other assault was dismissed prior to today.
Yeah, but I mean, it was dismissed in conjunction with
Right.
him getting onto the deferred, right? And now he's picked up another 2 cases.
That sort has already been dismissed.
What would you guys like to do?
He would like to plead true on the motion to adjudicate pursuant to the agreement, and the other 2 cases are being dismissed by the state. 230 days credit for 73 serves.
I don't know. I don't know. They assessed him to do DDRP, and what happened?
Did complete DDRP on July 11, 2023. It looks like he was engaged in a role in aftercare.
You were doing so great. What happened?
Yes, sir. When I went to the Salvation Army, they were working us very, very hard, and I had my head down during one of our morning meetings, and they kicked me out for that.
What? That sounds so silly, though.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Is that when the cops came and then everything just went haywire?
No, sir. They kicked me out. And from there, I had to find a ride back up to Humble, and then I've just been homeless since then.
What do you want to do?
I would like to do my time served, what he's planning to go with, just get my life back
And
together.
now you're going to end up with just more convictions, though, man. And now you'll end up with a conviction on an assault of a family member. That's what you're doing. Basically, what you're doing is you're pleading guilty to everything. Everything's now going to go on your record. You can now have another assault on your record. It's going to kill you.
Wasn't aware of that.
Do you want to stay on?
What's the option?
Are you taking any medication?
No, sir.
Should you be taking medication?
Sir.
Why aren't you taking?
I got kicked out of Salvation Army. That was the last of my medication.
What do you have in your life?
No one.
Where's no mom, dad? Where's mom and dad?
I have them, but my phone got stolen and my ID and social security card after the Salvation Army, so I wasn't able to talk to anyone for months.
You'd rather live on the street than live with mom and dad?
I'd rather live with them, but I need to get in contact first, that's all.
You can make that happen if you want.
Yes, please.
Will they take you is another question.
I'm wondering the same.
It looks like he has to do the aftercare, which is IOP and SOP. They also wanted him to remain in compliance with his mental health treatment. He also informed the officer at that time that he was not taking his medication due to all of the homelessness and everything at that time.
Yeah, I'm not going to take this. No, it serves you no purpose. All we do is basically you throw you out on the street, right back for you to do what you're doing now. You're going to end up with more convictions. Next time, now you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. This is not the right way to go through life, Mr. Ray. You know, you're going backwards instead of, did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
That's a good thing. That's great. No. So let's do this. Can you try to get in contact with mom and dad and see if they'll take him back? And then I would like to talk to your mom and dad too and see what we can do about getting you back at home and not living on the street. Why you would prefer to live on the street? Is it dope?
No, sir. I just got in contact with my mother literally like 2 days before I was arrested. She got me a phone, but I'm just not sure if she would let me live there. So if I could talk to her, maybe, but.
Let's see. Okay. Do you mind, Carl?
Not at all, Judge.
And I'll help you out as well. If you need, I'm happy to talk to mom as well to see what we can do to get you back on the straight and narrow. Can we get him tap funding?
He was, yes, he already qualified.
Great. Everything can be paid for you, man. Everything's going to be, we have it right there set for you. All you got to do is take the medication, get off the street. All right, okay.
As far as the bonds he's in custody on, talk to mom first.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this now. Where we're trying to help you, I'm not going to throw you out on the street. I'm not going to let you out until we know that you have a place to stay. And when we release you, you have to get released to those people, mom and dad. I'm not releasing you to walk on the street and to just walk out and do nothing. No, the only way I'm going to release you is if I know that you have a place to go to, preferably mom and dad. Do you understand?
Sir.
Make all the amends that you need to do. All right?
Sir.
Okay. Thanks, Carl. Steve. She cares for you. And what I want, Mr. Ray, is to find your place. And the only way I'm going to do it is on two conditions. Number one, and most importantly, that you take the medication. You need it. And when you take it, good things happen. When you don't take it, What happens? You start wearing orange again. And it's over, and it's over, and it's over. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 criminal cases here to prove it. When you don't take the medication, bad things happen and you end up in jail. When you take it, the world is in your palms. Anything can happen when you take it. You have to continue. The other thing is that I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do you want me to let you out on jail?
Sir.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend you, and I'm telling you now, the next time you mess with us by not taking your medication, picking up a new case, or if you're mean to your mother, I'm just going to file a motion to revoke your probation. And then we will continue this game until you successfully complete the probation. I'm extending you now for another year. Yes, because I want you. The most important thing in your life that you need to do at this time is you have to get a job. Your mother and your father will not be here for the rest of your life. What's going to happen when they pass? You're going to have no one. And if you don't have a steady job with some kind of income, you're going to go nowhere in life. You'll end up broke, on the street, missing teeth. Really, what you're doing now, Mr. Ray,
Sorry.
what you're doing now is you're trying to set yourself up for the future. Do you understand? Can you get it done?
Sorry.
Mom.
Yes.
Did you get the phone number for the lawyer, for Carl?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
That will be your point of contact for me. If you ever have any issues that Mr. Ray starts acting up, all you have to do is call Carl and he will get a hold of me and then I'll take care of business for you.
Okay.
So you have a direct line to me so that if you ever need me for any reason, he starts acting up, all you have to do is let me know and I'll take care of it for you. You must listen and follow her rules. I don't care what you think of them. Otherwise, you know what happens. You have any questions?
No, sir.
I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. If you take off and just leave, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. And I'm telling you now, I will not take the time served. We are going to continue doing this until you successfully complete the probation. My goal is to have you working in a job for a long time. That's the goal. And when you can do that, and when you can show me that, one, you're taking your medication constantly, and number two, that you've got a good job and that you've stayed there for a while, I'll take you off. That's the idea, so that you can be there and have a future for yourself. Do you have any questions?
Sir.
That's it.
Your bonds.
So I'm going to give him a bond today. He's, how is he going to get to your house? Do you have any way, where do you live? Do you live here in Houston?
I live in Kingwood.
Kingwood? I don't have someone that can take him to your house though. My only issue is.
All right.
I would like to release him to your custody so we know that he actually goes with you. Is that possible?
Okay. Yes, I can come down and pick him up.
Wonderful. So we will do release instructions that he's only allowed to be released tomorrow. I'm not going to play this game again with you. We're giving you another chance. All I'm asking you to do is make me proud. Can you get it done?
Sorry.
All right, make me proud. Okay. All right, Carl.
Thank you.
Got it. Thank you so much for taking my call, Miss Ray.
Thank you so much, Judge,
Yes.
for being such a caring and I like that. Thank you so much.
I hope I hope it works, and if it doesn't, just call me. We'll keep doing this until it works. Francisco Negrete. Mr. Negrete, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On October 20th, 2024, officer observed two motor vehicles traveling
on West Grand Parkway in Harris County, Texas. Officer observed the motor vehicles positioned side by side, slowed at pace, then one motor vehicle sped off excessively, then slowed to a speed where both motor vehicles were side by side. The officer observed this on 3 occasions. Officer observed both motor vehicles come to a stop at an intersection, roll down the windows, and appear to communicate. Officer observed both motor vehicles rev their engines and speed off excessively when the light changed. A traffic stop was initiated and one motor vehicle sped off. Officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated he did not know the driver of the other motor vehicle. He intentionally placed the motor vehicle side by side with the other motor vehicle and stated, "We were rolling," when asked about the purpose of the position. The defendant stated they wanted to find out which car could go faster. He has an eligible driver's license.
Do you have any kind of indication as to how fast they were going? Were they?
I'm looking, Judge. Checking to see if we have the offense report yet, but it doesn't say it in the DIM.
Mr. Negrete,
It doesn't say, Judge, I'm sorry.
Mr. Negrete, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now putting a condition on your bond not to participate in any racing, street takeovers, donuts, reckless driving. If I find that you do this again, I will take away your privilege to drive. Do you understand? Living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive is an awful thing. Do you understand there are proper places to do this? 610 or 59 or the tollway, that's not the right place. It's now a condition of your bond. Do you understand? Are you a citizen of the United States? Are you in this country with or without permission?
With permission.
I don't know if you are or not, but if you go to jail and you're not in this country with permission, or if it's expired and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until the case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
Yes.
Can you file those conditions, no racing and et cetera? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So first, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. Wait a second. You have a Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
Okay, you said you ran a license?
Yeah, it's eligible.
Okay. So I'm going to have you sign a reset. Victoria, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then we'll send you on your way. When you come back, please have a lawyer.
Right this way.
I wish I could make that coat work for me.
Good.
I wish I could, you know what I'm saying? I can't.
Let me tell you, we're not very impressed with Miss Martinez.
All right, pause right here. This is a huge legal moment. Breathalyzer devices are notorious for false positives when alcohol-based sanitizers are involved, especially in workplace environments. But here's the problem. Courts don't just look at excuses, they look at patterns. Missed tests plus a positive reading? That's where things start going sideways, fast. What do you think? Honest mistake or warning signs stacking up?
I guess, huh? Is she here?
Well, they are semi-impressed.
That her?
Yes.
Come up, Miss Martinez.
The district attorney has recommended that they extend it with your permission 3 months to prove and demonstrate that she can comply with the requirement. She's done everything else. She didn't ever test positive. She just had three skips and 6 late. That's where she's at. And the CLO was kind enough to give me that information. I asked her if that was her hat over there. She said no.
It's my hat.
Okay.
Yes, so that he's correct. She's completed all of her required classes. She's current on her feet, so she's averaging 4 to 15 skips per month. So they wanted to extend her for 3 months.
She'll have to get a scram. But I will give it to you. She's gonna have to get a scram device so we know. No more skips. Now you must get a scram device, ma'am, so that we know that you're not consuming alcohol. We can't trust you with the device anymore. So we're gonna order you to get a scram device, and then we'll give you the 3-month extension. If you test positive, it's over.
Do I return the device that I have currently, or how does that?
I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And Your Honor, may it please the court, I mean, she's in school. She's a college student right now. That's a pretty significant expense. Do you think we might be able to either waive it?
I can if I would. I don't know if I can. I don't think so.
I also have other cases on top.
What do you mean,
Domestic.
other cases on top?
My ex-partner assaulted me in February, so I'm also dealing with that. And CPS, he assaulted one of my kids this past August. So I'm also dealing with.
You separated from this person, or you know?
Yes, no, we're separated. I have a protection order now.
Just stay away. And, you know, it's not the end of the world, but you have to understand that when you have an open case, you know, your partner will use it against you as leverage in CPS cases, in divorce cases, in custody cases, and that's what they do. So you got to be careful. Don't give anybody leverage so that they can use it against you. You know, this is the opportunity that you have, and it's a very great opportunity because if you complete it, the case gets dismissed, and now you're here because you have violations. I'm going to tell you now, it's no tolerance.
No, may it please the court. Could we, and I understand it's expensive to get that device. Could we set it for, say, that she gets it and then in a month, see how she's doing? Because I mean, she's just struggling as it is.
I'll have it with you. Half the time, a month and a half.
Okay.
No skips. She's doing well. We'll come back. She'll have to have the other device.
Okay.
And then I'm down with that, Mike.
Thank you very
But
much.
like I said, any positives, and I don't care what it is, there's absolutely no tolerance now. I will not give you anything positive, I will not reset your case anymore, and I'll immediately set your case for trial. You understand? There's just no excuse. If you need to find an outlet, if you are, you know, having a rough time with life in general, there are other releases that you can use. Alcohol is not a good one.
And as I said, she has to modify her behavior so that she tests within the period of time. I mean, they're not indicating so far that she's tested positive. She just.
Well, we don't have blows to prove it. And that's
I understand that, and that's all the evidence we got.
When you don't test, we make assumptions, and the assumption is that you're drinking, and that's why you don't want to test.
Some of those, I can say that there was a couple of them that were late, not on time, but I did late because my sleep schedule has been off due to college and dealing with, you know, the cases.
The judge he's made the decision.
You don't have to
We
say
have to have it for 45 days.
You don't, we make assumptions, and
So where does she go to get that? Okay.
so Mike, halfway, she's good, then we'll.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank
All
you.
right.
6 weeks, Jen? 6 weeks?
I have Wiggins.
Lindsay, I'll hit you next.
Wiggins is the one that Anna is on, so I asked your clerk to put the motion to appoint second chair in your queue. He's set today. Anna wants him set Monday to address.
Have Wiggins?
Yes, he is here.
Bring him
So I spoke with, it takes me everything to not say the word Mikey, with Mr. Haddad.
Hi.
Well,
you normally don't know.
That's what Munir calls me.
I guess it's a term of endearment.
It is a term of endearment. That's why I let him call me.
It is a term of endearment. I try to have some level of respect and not do it while at the pitch. But I spoke to Mikey, and
it's Chief Mikey.
Chief Mikey. He's busy chiefing, Judge. So the jail calls exist in 2 separate computer systems. So they do exist, and a DA has listened to them, but their ability to listen to them is separate from them having their ability to share them. So they have requested the files be duplicated, and that has not happened. So they do exist, and they confirmed and they've listened. We don't have copies.
Have you listened to them?
We don't have them yet, Judge. They've been requested. They have not been uploaded.
But have you listened to them?
No.
So,
To my understanding, can I listen to them before they're?
and speaking of Mr. Haddad, there was a note from a prosecutor that had. So
I just want to know if it's true.
So third person hearsay for Mr. Haddad, yes.
So Judge, there's a software called Virus in which the state can listen to all jail calls made by securities, I'm sure you know. But we don't have them in our possession until they're requested. I just saw a note from a prosecutor that they may have listened to a call, but that's, like Munir said, it's hearsay. I don't really know if that's true. I just know that we have requested them last week, but they're not in the portal for the defense to access quite yet.
Who listened to that?
That was the deputy or the investigator last week who made the phone call. I think the felony prosecutors.
So can they confirm what the allegation is? Because I don't want to keep him in ag seg if he didn't do it. I want to put him in gen pop if he's been good. But if he's not,
I will say ag sag versus gen pop, not gonna change the safety of the victim. Change the level that she can be annoyed by potential phone calls, but he's not going to be able to harm anyone over the phone.
I mean, Judge,
you don't know that though, because who knows who he's calling, who knows what he's saying for something to get done out there while he's in here.
I don't think there's no allegations of him speaking to a third party about any of this.
Well, Judge, even though we may not have personally listened to them, we have the complainant that she's the one that reported it to begin with, that she was receiving the threats from this defendant. That's how we know. Judge.
How long until I get the actual phone calls?
They were requested last week.
So, Judge, they usually take a couple weeks to actually get them to evidence. I would say 2 weeks.
I'm trying to get the phone calls as quick as possible so that we can verify what the allegation is.
Listen out there. Don't speak. Don't. No. Don't question.
I'm just telling you, from the last hearing that we had, what the allegation is. The complaining witnesses also come forward to verify that there have been threatening phone calls.
I can give you a recitation of the facts, not in front of all of these people. So I'll talk to you about that in the back.
When we mean no threats, we mean no threats. So understand, I'm trying to get it as quick as possible so that we can move forward. I don't want to keep you in ag seg if it's not true, right?
I know Miss Edie wishes to address the segregation unit inside the jail. I believe she wishes to do that on Monday. She's of course at a training today.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did admit to calling the complainant when he was before the bench last week. I have notes in here that he admitted that he just said,
Can you get them as soon as humanly possible so we can make this definitive one way or the other,
yes,
please?
Judge, they were immediately requested.
Do you think that we should subpoena the officer here? Would that make things go quicker?
No, Judge. I mean, generally, the jail has received our requests. It just takes a little bit of time because generally these are hundreds, thousands of calls that they have to put on the portal, Judge. It takes time. We just need a little bit of time. That's it.
My understanding with my conversation with Mr. Haddad is that they can be listened to by the DA now. So if you like, we can send somebody in I can go with the DA and
listen to it too.
Well, yeah, Judge, the problem is, again, there's thousands of these calls most likely. So to actually get to the call where we know the threat was made is going to take a long time. We need the investigator to give us the date and time.
Imagine the logistics of trying to identify the phone call, the time.
Well, my understanding is it's like a filter. You just put in either the time and date or even the number dialed. So I think you would have the CW's number.
We put it off for one more week since it's already been a week.
Can we do 2, Judge? I think if we do 2, I mean, and if we get them beforehand, Conrad will do his due diligence. He will contact Munir. We can get it on the docket earlier than 2 weeks, but I don't want to keep putting it on when Mr. Wiggins is not going to get anything out of it.
I wanted said Monday to address the SEG because while I'm here and speaking confidently about one thing, Miss Edie is going to speak confidently about another, which is the segregation, and I have no information about how that works. I know she wishes to have a conversation with the court. So I asked to keep them on Monday.
Yes.
And assuming that they can listen to them, figure out how, perhaps we can all go into a room on Monday and do that very quickly.
Let's see.
Yes, Judge.
If you can, wonderful. Let's try it.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right. Mr. Wiggins, we'll see you Monday.
Thank you.
Hi, guys.
I'll bring her 2 hours right now.
Nathan, anything else you wanted to talk about?
I've got another client who is considering pleading. And if she makes a decision to plea, I might have to preview it to you to make sure you would accept. Last name Kurtz, Nolan Kurtz, his last name.
Is it a DWI second?
No, it's a first, PTI, she was unsuccessful. She was on
I'm
it for
okay
some
with
time.
it. You want time served?
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
okay. She's still considering
As
it
long as
now.
it's not like a second,
No, it's not a second.
no,
She's considering it now.
she's in PTI now?
She was just kicked out of it.
She was kicked out.
Yes.
They don't want to keep running.
No, she tested positive once, I think in March, had a traumatic June, admitted to consuming alcohol in June after being placed on zero tolerance, and then there were some skip tests on the blow and go.
Okay, you guys tell me what you want to do.
Well, she's making a decision now. So
If, I'm going to set up a trial.
well, and that's her decision, is to either plea or
So
settle.
what, Kurtz, you said with a K?
Nolan Kurtz. Last name is both Nolan and then Kurtz. Is that?
Oh, it's 565, so it gets like a very short,
Yeah, yeah.
tell her it's a short trial setting.
So I don't know grammar. What is a straight line?
A hyphen.
A hyphen. So Nolan hyphen Kurtz. This shows you how much I paid attention in English.
Washington?
So we'll,
What do we owe the honor of El Famoso Arnold Logan?
No, Judge.
I mean, really?
You're the famous one.
No, it's you.
My son sends me videos of you from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Really?
No, I had a person reach out to us from Israel yesterday. I was like, wow, crazy, huh?
You're famous.
No, whatever.
When I told my dad I was starting in this court, he was like, Judge Fleischer, I've been watching him. So my dad has been watching you apparently for a few months.
Wow. Judge,
He's seen me on it.
Judge, I'm on, well, actually, one of my lawyers is on,
It's a bond violation. right?
yes, he is, Judge, but we reached an agreement. But only, can we reset it for a week or so, so I can get the lawyer to come?
What's the name?
Pedro Morales Velasco. It's just that I have another pressing issue going on.
Morales. Hey, I don't, is it, I don't,
Yeah, we used to.
is it under Velasco?
Just a week or so, Judge.
I've had a lot of problems with this guy, man.
But you won't have any,
He's not blowing positive. He's drinking.
you won't have any problems anymore, Judge.
Come up. Velasco Morales.
He's also a Spanish speaker, Your Honor.
Let's just go.
Let's go, because I need to get back in the box anyway.
No, hold on.
Hey, he's a Spanish speaker, so
Come on. ¿Qué te dije que no puedes hacer? ¿Qué te dije que no puedes hacer? ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué pasa ahora? ¿Qué pasa ahora?
en la cárcel.
Right, goes with you. No. Yo te dije.
Dile mi esposa. Judge, we were getting the plea today, after all. We had a probation plea on it. We can do it today, Judge.
But he's blowing really high. And it's
Judge, if we can't possibly work it out with the,
I'm happy to do it.
let's work it out today, okay?
But, okay, we can take him now and then we'll let you, whatever you want. Yeah.
I'm approaching Mr. Hubler. He's in the jury box. He tested negative today, so that's some good news. And he's also checked himself into an inpatient drug rehab program with Salvation Army. And Mr. Hubler, Judge, I'm sorry, he's right there in the jury box.
Send him for a drug test, right?
Yes, Judge, he tested negative.
Come up, Mr. Hubler.
And Judge, I have an agreement with the state where if he completes that drug treatment program with Salvation Army and also gets employment and some residential information, that they'll dismiss the case. And so,
Good job testing negative. So, great. That's all we're asking you to do, man. Stay clean. That's all. I'm not asking you to split the atom here, you know? When you're clean, good things happen, you know? The other thing is this, is that you've taken off on us.
I did, sir. I didn't have a way.
Judge, can I
means to
explain
get
that?
here.
Sure.
Judge, he was in Tomball at the time. He had no transportation, and isn't that right? Mr.
Yeah, I
Hubler?
was homeless.
So today he walked from Salvation Army to here for court, but he just had no transportation, Judge. And he let me know that before court that he couldn't get over here.
Yeah. There's no.
Why are you
excuse.
homeless?
Man, I screwed my life up. I had 3.5 years clean and sober, and I got.
All of a sudden you boom homeless? That doesn't happen.
No, I left the place up. My friends I was staying with, they were back on drugs, and we got into a big argument and fight. And
you have in your life now?
I have my family. We're just being. I know I was on drugs. My family doesn't accept that.
Good, as they shouldn't.
Exactly.
I don't want someone who's in my house all doped up. They're just, when you're in a state like that, you're very vulnerable, right? You get angrier quicker. You have no patience. And the people who suffer the most are everyone around you when you're using. And it's not fair. And it's not fair for them to have to live with that kind of fear. Oh my God, is he using? What's going to happen today? Is he going to beat me up? Is he going to? No one wants to live like that. So it's only natural. You know what I mean?
I chose to be homeless in a sense. I pushed away from them.
Yes, of course.
I still have my family, thankfully, now, since I did have clean and sober before, I got them back in my life when I pushed away. So
where are you living now?
Right now I'm at the Salvation Army.
Why don't you go back home?
I want to finish this program. I want to get it right this time.
It's a 6-month inpatient drug treatment at the Salvation Army, Judge. And then he's planning to do a transitional living after that.
To make sure I get it right again, because I did it before and I had 3 years clean and sober, and I got injured at work, and I didn't think I was going to get my hand back. I had 3-4 surgeries to get my hand back functioning again.
Cognizant that you have a very, very addictive personality.
Sorry.
So when you get injured, even if it's something catastrophic, if they prescribe you painkillers, you need to have the wherewithal to know, okay, I can't take this. I'll take 4 Advil, or you take Motrin, something else, because you can't take benzos. You can't take it because it's just going to spiral out of control. There are a lot of people that they can take one and be done with it. And then there are others that,
I'm not one of them.
right. So what do we do?
So Judge, can we get a little bit of a longer reset so he can keep doing that program with Salvation Army, and then maybe we can?
I don't know, because I want to make sure that he's clean and sober, and I need to know that he's not using while he's out there. So I'm happy to give you a reset, but longer, I don't think that that's a wise thing.
Do you want to drug test him in 30 days, Judge? What is your thoughts?
They drug test me randomly there all the time.
How long of it, for this to work out for a dismissal, how long are we talking?
It's a 6-month program he's doing, and then he's going to the transitional living facility.
Yeah, and
there he's planning to get employment, and I think that Michael wants proof of some sort of employment after he completes it.
You know, Michael, I'm on board with you. I think it's a great opportunity to dangle a dismissal for proverbial sobriety, right?
Sure.
But I think that, number one, we need to know that he's enrolled, because how do we know that he's enrolled? Other than his,
I can get some sort of paperwork.
Could you text that documentation to me and I can give it to the judge?
Yeah,
Here.
Can you write your number down?
Sure.
Because I don't have my cell phone. They take your cell phone for.
in life, you're only as good as the proof that you have. If you don't have proof, you don't have anything.
I understand.
I'm not going to take your word for it. Like, I don't take anybody's word for it. I need proof. So, and I think that.
Judge, I will say I am proud of the defendant, because this is the way he presents himself today, so different from his arraignment. It is so different. And I know he fled a couple times, but I think this is all stemming from his lack of sobriety. So this is why I made the offer that I made in this case.
Good things happen when you're clean,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So let's do this. Let's set this off just a couple weeks. 2 weeks. I need proof that you're in the program. I need you to get it to James. Don't flake out on us again. Because if you don't, no more PR bonds. You understand? So if you can show me the proof that he's actually enrolled before the next reset, I'll waive the appearance.
Yes, Judge.
Okay? And then you stay in the facility, just take it day by day, get it done. And then from there, we'll do like 30-day resets to make sure that he's in compliance with the program. He's still in it. If it gets too long and you get booted out or you're not doing it, I'm going to set your case for trial. So just stay with it. Good things will happen for you. Okay?
Thank you, Judge. I'll get a 2-week for now.
Good job, Mr. Okay, for sure.